For decades, doctors believed stomach ulcers were caused by stress, too much tension, too much spicy food, too much alcohol. Patients were told to change their lifestyle, eat bland food, rest more, avoid anxiety. But despite all the treatments, millions of people around the world continued suffering. Burning stomach pain, vomiting, bleeding ulcers. Some patients lived in agony for years, and in severe cases, the disease became life-threatening. At the time, medical science believed something very simple. The human stomach was too acidic for bacteria to survive. It sounded completely logical. After all, stomach acid was powerful enough to break down food. How could any living organism survive inside something so corrosive? For years, nobody questioned it. Then, in the late 1970s, inside a hospital laboratory in Australia, two doctors noticed something strange.
One of them was a quiet pathologist named Robin Warren. The other was a young, ambitious doctor named Barry Marshall. While examining stomach biopsy samples under a microscope, Robin Warren repeatedly saw something unusual. Tiny spiral-shaped bacteria living deep inside the stomach lining. At first, he thought it might be contamination, but the strange bacteria kept appearing again and again and again, especially in patients suffering from gastritis and stomach ulcers. That pattern caught Barry Marshall's attention. Together, the two doctors began investigating the mystery. Day after day, they studied patient samples, comparing inflamed stomach tissue with healthy tissue. And slowly, a shocking possibility began to emerge. What if stomach ulcers were not caused by stress at all? What if they were caused by bacteria? The idea sounded ridiculous. Most experts rejected it immediately.
Medical textbooks clearly stated bacteria could not survive in stomach acid. Senior doctors dismissed the theory. Researchers mocked the idea. Medical conferences ignored their work. But Marshall and Warren refused to stop. The more patients they studied, the stronger the connection became. Wherever stomach inflammation appeared, the strange bacteria appeared too. Still, they needed proof, and that proof arrived because of a complete accident. During an Easter holiday weekend, laboratory culture dishes were accidentally left incubating longer than normal. Usually, the bacteria never had enough time to grow. But after several extra days, something extraordinary happened. Tiny bacterial colonies finally appeared. For the first time in history, the mysterious stomach bacteria had been successfully grown in a laboratory. The organism would later become known around the world as Helicobacter pylori, or simply H. pylori. But even after discovering the bacteria, many experts still refused to believe it actually caused ulcers, so Barry Marshall made one of the boldest decisions in medical history.
He decided to experiment on himself. Marshall drank a solution filled with H. pylori bacteria. At first, nothing happened, but within days, he became seriously ill. Nausea, vomiting, severe stomach inflammation. Doctors examined his stomach, and the results were undeniable. The bacteria had infected him directly. Marshall later cured himself using antibiotics, but the experiment changed medicine forever. Because for the first time, scientists had proof that stomach ulcers could be caused by bacterial infection, not simply stress, not spicy food, not anxiety alone. The discovery transformed medicine almost overnight. Instead of forcing patients to suffer for years, doctors could now treat many ulcers with antibiotics. Millions of people around the world were finally cured. A disease once considered chronic and lifelong became treatable. And over time, the medical world slowly accepted the truth. Two doctors from Australia had overturned one of medicine's oldest beliefs.
In 2005, Barry Marshall and Robin Warren received the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine, not for building a machine, not for inventing a surgery, but for proving that sometimes the greatest discoveries in human history begin when someone dares to question what everyone else believes.